I spend so much time with my e-readers that it only feels fitting to give them that extra little custom touch to really make them feel like mine. So over the last year, I've gotten into the habit of buying clear cases for my e-readers so that I can customize them like this. I'll flip them around so you can see them. This is my Kobo Libra color, and it has like this beautiful spring flower vibe going on. And this right here is my Kindle that has more of an artsy, I'm at a museum, I'm getting lost in a different world kind of experience. Aside from the personal touch this gives to my e-readers, I also just find the act of creating these really scrapbook based covers super therapeutic, really relaxing, and I figured it'd be fun to bring you along with me as I change the cover for my Kobo Libra color today. I usually do this exclusively on Instagram, so if you're not following me there, you should go check me out at Caitlin Marie De Silva. I feel like this will be a really cozy way to just get creative together, and hopefully it'll inspire you to do some customizing of your own. I am going to take away my stylus here because I don't need it. Kind of gets in the way. And I'm going to start with the removal of the old design. One thing I noticed with this design, because this was my first time designing for the Kobo Libra color, was my power button was kind of really thick over here. I had cardstock paper on top of it. Cardstock is not easy to press, so I will say that I want to keep it lighter on the material front right there. Perfect. Case comes off, and then I can just peel away this blue paper. I always try and do my covers on one main sheet of paper so that I can reuse them if I want. I actually have all of my old covers stored. I adhere the sheet to the e-reader with masking tape, but you could use washi tape, just something super not adhesive, because it really doesn't need much adhesive because you have the case that's keeping it in place. And there you go. The cover is ready for future use. You can see there's no damage or residue left on the e-reader, so I feel like this has been a really great solution. I need to pull this aside and go through some of my materials. One of the things I love using for e-reader decor is an old magazine. This is the Breathe magazine. I love this magazine because it's so art-based. There's doodles and illustrations, and it has a lot of like mindfulness, wellness language, so I always feel like there's interesting even quotes to pull from it. Actually, I recall last time there being this really cool typewriter that I didn't use that could be fun. Like, let me just see, can the e-reader fit that typewriter? It might be worth just pulling it out and cutting it and seeing. Ooh. So satisfying. I love this quote. What an odd thing a diary is. The things you omit are more important than those you put in. I feel like I want to pull that quote out for my journal. That is beautiful. Okay, perfect. And I always keep scraps like this because this would work perfectly as like a background for even a future Kindle decor or for journaling. Nothing goes to waste here. It kind of fits if I do it like that. Ooh, that could be fun. Okay, love that. Love the direction of this. I also think having must read in here would be cool. Now, obviously I'm filming this video while I'm doing this project, but it's one of those things where, oh, can you just picture yourself putting on a good audiobook, a podcast, lighting some candles, having a tea, a coffee, putting background music even. It just becomes like a completely different experience when you really lean into the fact that you're just having fun and playing. And I know I talk a lot about this on my channel, but I really think we need to recapture youthfulness as much as possible. Just doing things for fun, I think, is a big part of youthfulness. For no other reason, like not having a hidden agenda for something, because it feels good. And isn't that like what life is really all about? It's about feeling good. But I feel like that typewriter was a huge find from this little thing being a magazine. I also have this dream decoder set with these cards that help you, decode dreams, that I really like the visuals of, but I don't think I want to use that today. I instead bought like this cool sticker pack of vintagey artsy stickers from Amazon. I'll have it linked in the description box below. It came with a lot of stuff and I have not yet seen all of it, so let's just go through it. Really what I'm trying to look for at this stage is just things that speak to me, that stand out, that scratch an itch in my brain, and I don't really have to know like why it's scratching, just the fact that it is scratching. The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Ooh, that's kind of funky. I've got some cool like letters. Ooh, this postcard theme could be fun. Matches the typewriter vibe. Oh, I like this like newspaper style as well. Sheet music. Ooh, letters. I've also got this binder of loose papers. This is where like all my scraps go. I used this beautiful red checkered paper in my Kindle last time, but could be nice to use that on the Kobo. Got some green. Kind of want to get the Kobo out here and start arranging. Hypothetically, if the star of the show is the typewriter, then I definitely want something filling over here. Maybe the postcard comes into play. Or I could go days off or starry night. I think I like the postcard better. Do I want this to be at the background though? It's very like artsy to have the checkered. I feel like this is too close to what I did here, so I am going to veto this decision, even though I do think it's fun. Okay, what if I were to do the green, but keep the green off the power button? Oh, this kind of works. We're on to something. When I get to this point where I'm like, okay, I think we're going somewhere, but we're not quite there yet, I know I gotta start just pasting things to get the party started. So these I'm gonna take off and we're gonna get started with this green. I'm gonna mark this here. I'm even gonna cut the top a little bit here to avoid that power button. Admittedly, I first got this idea because I saw other people doing it on the internet, and I found like a lot of people were using the same sorts of like stickers that they either found on Etsy or even I think Amazon. And I had looked at these videos thinking, you know, this is such a cool idea, but I really feel like I could make this more me by just kind of going with the flow and making it a true scrapbook experience. And I think those cute doodle stickers are great, but I just feel like this was an opportunity for me to kind of do the things I was doing in my bullet journal before, but do it on a new medium. And in a medium I never really thought I could play with, but doesn't that just show, or this show, that nothing is off limits? First of all, before I carry on, let me just test this power button. That's an element I never had to worry about with my Kindle because there's a power button at the bottom here. Also, as you can currently see, I am reading Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I'm like 75% of the way through, and obviously I'm not going to give any spoilers, but I do feel like this is such a setup book for more action in the next book because it does feel a little slow. But I think the highlight of these two books, or I guess this series now we can call it for me, is definitely the characters. I don't think the actual fantasy world building is the most complex or the most original, but I do feel like the characters and the romance between the main couple is very captivating, and it shocks me that this is technically a YA book because I guess I was worried going into it that it'd feel too light and fluffy for me considering it's YA, and a lot of fantasy that I do read nowadays is in the adult category. But I'm in it. I'm invested. I need to know what happens next. Oh wait, did I use the wrong? I think I used the wrong postcard. If I put this here. Okay, please hold. Quick postcard switch out is happening. Now that the surface area is fully covered, I can go in with my beautiful glue tape from Tombow. This stuff is so great. Okay, wow, that's so cute. Okay, look at the progress. Now is the point where I start to get into more of the details. So I want this must read text to be put in here. Adding the stamp could be fun. What else can we add here? I will say all of the writing on all of these like little stickers and stuff I'm not paying attention to, so hopefully it's not like bad vibes, the writing. I'm also gonna go in with my Posca paint marker and do a little writing here. I feel like this little spot needs something. I'm trying to think of what to say. I look at this and I feel like it's the perspective of an author and writing and needing to get words out. There's nothing more powerful than the written word, which might and probably does sound cheesy, but I think it's fitting for this. And then I think I'm gonna take this black mono twin marker by Tombow and kind of ruin it. I love the process of actually handwriting things afterwards into the spread or the cover, whatever it is I'm doing, because even though I'm using other artwork and other images and a mixed media kind of thing, this is a way of saying, oh, but here's some extra me that I'm drizzling onto it or sprinkling onto it. We must add on the clear case. I also like to use this opportunity to disinfect my e-reader and to clean the case with a little bit of rubbing alcohol on a cotton pad. Clean everything up. You know, your hands are all over this thing all the time. You bring it places with you. I'm gonna do this side too. A little bit of dirt on there, nothing too bad though. This is where we started and here is where we ended up. I love the new look, wow. Since this was my first time making like a more square e-reader design, something about it wasn't tickling my fancy. This one I think just hits the mark a lot better. I feel like both of my e-readers now are looking top notch, although I might want to revamp my Kindle one soon. So like I said, stay on the lookout on my Instagram page for that. Or if you enjoyed today's video, then let me know, because this was fun to kind of do it more in real time on camera. When I'm doing it on Instagram, it does feel like it's just kind of showing you the final decision making, not like the whole what went into it. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and let me know in the comment section down below whether or not you've experimented with e-reader customizing yourself, and or what are your favorite e-reader accessories. I'd love to hear all about it in the comment section. I know personally I love just watching people get creative in whatever kind of medium that they're doing it in, so hopefully you felt the same, even if you have no intention of doing this yourself. On that note, I need to go finish the last little bits of Reckless because I need to know where this book ends, and then I'm going to torture myself with the wait for book 3. That will surely be in 2025. Thanks for joining me today. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys soon. Ciao.
Here we go into the wildness unknown. You seem to shift what I thought that I